It's like, you say something I don't like, I collapse completely. Children don't like other children who do that, by the way, right? It's something that's very interesting to observe. So let's say kids have organized themselves to play a little game of baseball with a plastic bat and a ball, and one child pitches and the other child hits the ball, and the child catches it and puts the batter out, and the batter bursts into tears. Well, what happens is the other kids, the first time that happens they'll be sympathetic. The third time that happens they won't invite that kid out to play baseball anymore. So the answer to we're not getting along is not you get to burst into tears and manifest extraordinary emotional distress, because if you do that, no one's going to want to play with you. And that's a lesson that many people could stand learning again. One of the things I think that's really destabilizing our society right now maybe is that I'm not sure that kids have been encouraged or allowed to play enough in the last 25, 30 years. And I think a lot of this identity stuff is actually fantasy play. It's delayed fantasy play, because it's sort of what you do when you're 7 years old. It's like, well, I'm going to be this identity. That's what you're doing when you pretend. You're going to go along with that because we're going to play this out. It's like, that's fine. You don't impose that though, right? Not if you're a kid that has a clue. You invite people to play. You don't insist on your identity and their compliance with it. It's not a playable game. And you don't burst into tears and run off when someone won't play your game, because then they won't play with you. And then you have to turn to force. And that's fine if that's what you want to do, but you better look out, because you better be ready to use it.